Has this ever happened to you? You hire somebody and you're so excited and you think they're going to be a rock star. And then as time goes on, you're more and more and more amazed and disappointed at their performance. Well, it's recently happened to me as well. And I spent a lot of money on someone, and this person had a huge, big personality. And I was like, I'm going to go for it. And turned it out that the person could not come through, could not do the work that was promised. And so you start to look at yourself like, how are you going to determine in this new world with artificial intelligence, where everybody looks and sounds fantastic, where you can get real, fake references, and they can put things on the internet that sing their praises. Well, I wanted to just talk about it a little bit because I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been the one who was turned down because I didn't have a pedigree for coaching. And I basically remind them I owned one of the first coach training companies in the entire world. And what I was doing back in the day in the late 90s was coaching speakers. And there was nothing called coaching. I called it personal consulting. And so I ended up joining another company and did training with them, but ended up hiring coaches and trained people. So I've had people who looked at my bio and said, oh, you don't have a master's degree in coaching. I'm like, no, but I was a pioneer in the industry. I helped carve and create it. So I wanted to just tell you guys, I mean, there's some people out there that have been doing their craft for a long time and may not have that degree, like me, like Tony Robbins, like Bill Gates. There are a lot of people that didn't go the traditional school. So I don't know if it's fair to really look at the pedigree. Now, it makes sense because you want to make sure somebody has the right education. And so I know there could be doubts. The other point is, what if they're amazing personality and they overpromise and underdeliver? And so you bought somebody off of their word and they didn't really come forth and do the job. So it makes sense that you were sold a bill of goods and spent a lot of money on that person too. So want to make sure that all of us that have gone through that can just say, all right, we're going to start over and get a new strategy. So I wanted to look at a couple of things that that I will do going forward. And this is something that I find in myself and my clients that has been reliable. And so I would go to my very first, and I think my most important tip would be to go to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has real people. At this point, I don't know that they can have a lot of fake people giving references. And you can determine whether a person has been in their LinkedIn profile or even Facebook or what have you by looking at the length of how long they've been around, and then how many connections they have. If they have over 500 connections, that's probably a good sign that they've been involved. And then, are they posting recently? Are they actively working? And are they using the current day, modern day business tool of LinkedIn? And so I wanted to just show you a quick, one of the quick things that is easy to do is to go on the LinkedIn. You probably, or you might already know this, but when you're looking at somebody, of course, this is what they do on a quick, brief note. And then going down and look at hashtags. This will kind of determine what they do. And then the about section is kind of the overall feel about what they do and how they serve. In today's world, doing it by bullet points is probably a good idea. And then there's lots of places to pack full of your profile with information, any kind of activities that you've done, awards, that sort of thing. And then I think more importantly are the recommendations. How many recommendations do they have? How many have they given? And when were the dates? Are they back in 2009 when everybody was just starting on LinkedIn, or 2008, whatever it was, or are they current? And so then look at the quality, chief medical officer. This is my profile. I'm just showing you because I work LinkedIn all the time. That's where most of my clients come from. But going on and seeing the type of person, chief medical officer, entrepreneur, speaker, speaker trainer, ICF speaker. So I think looking at the quality of people, another chief clinical officer. So make sure that you have, do your research so you're not taken advantage of in these modern times. You're going to be reading and seeing all sorts of things online, and you know that people can even say that they went to Harvard. You can do a certification course for a week or 2 weeks and say you went to Harvard. So is that legitimate? Is that real? So in today's world, if you don't check and if you don't do your research, you know, it's up to you to be able to take the fall if it happens to you. So I just wanted to give a caution that people with a pedigree sometimes are fantastic. They have their master's or their doctorate. Do they always think out of the box like an entrepreneur? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. You know, they're learning things by the book, and some entrepreneurs are out of the box and creating as they go. And that's how I work. And I'm very intuitive and it works for me. And then the people that are personality driven, if they don't have the substance behind them and they don't have the things that they've learned or experienced over time, then they might sell you a bill of goods. So my encouragement today is to do your research and to do a thorough research. Ask to talk to their clients in person if you have any doubt, and then make a decision and go forward and work hard. And I think that's, you know, probably the best that all of us can do in today's times, which are very uncertain. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions about your speaking, organization, leadership, please let me know. Be happy to jump on a call and have a chat. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.